What's going on, YouTube? So today I'm gonna bring you some more Gladiator content. We're gonna actually start with the mods for this thing, and let's do it right. Let's dive straight into wheels, tires, and suspension. So let me go over here and show you what we're working with. So for suspension, we're going to be using the Rough Country 3.5-inch lift. So for this lift, it's not a full suspension lift. They don't replace the coils. You actually use a coil spacer to give the lift. So theoretically, this is a spacer lift. So let's open it up and kind of see what we're going to be working with here. See, in this box, I think this is the track bar. Sorry. Yep. So in here, let's open it up. Yep. So we got the rear track bar that we will be installing with the lift kit. So this all comes with the kit right here. It's 2 boxes. Track bars in here, so I'm assuming all the suspension components are going to be in this box. So let's check it out. Oh yeah, look at that Jeep Gladiator 3.5-inch suspension kit, Rough Country, real official. All right. Got the rear end links right there. Open this up a little bit. Alrighty. Let's see here. The spacer for the coil. Here's another one right there. Some decals. That's what you're really buying it for, right? You want those stickers. Some more links right there. Spacer 3 and 4 right there, and then alrighty, all the hardware, cool, and then the good stuff, which are the shocks. Rough Country Premium Shock Absorber N3. Yep, so these are the N3 shocks. So you get 4 shocks. So there's what comes with the kit, everything in the boxes. So like I was saying, this is where the spring is gonna be perched. Yeah, I'm assuming, yeah, kind of like that, or no, like this, you're right. So it connects up to into the car. Then this is what's going to give us the lift. You can see right here as well. I'm assuming these are the front, and then these are going to be the rear, because the rear gets lifted less than the front. And then should give us a nice ride with these Rough Country shocks, hopefully. So yeah, guys, there you have it. These are going to go on here. So this will get replaced right here, the shock, and then the spacer is going to go right on here for the coil. Easy enough. So since we're going to be installing the 3.5-inch lift on the Gladiator, I thought it would be a good idea now to try and take some measurements on all 4 corners and just to see how much true lift we're getting with the kit and with the 35-inch tires. So let's go ahead. I got my tape measure here. Let's see how big. Let's see the stock height right now. So in the rear, stock height to the bottom of the fender, we are at 37.5 inches. Now let's jump to the front. Take this measurement right here. We are to the front and floor to the bottom of the fender, 36.5 inches. So the front is 1 inch lower than the rear. So I'm wondering if when we install the lift kit, if it's just gonna be maybe lift it a little bit more in the front than in the rear, so it gives it a nice level stance, or if we're still going to have some rake to it. But you know, we'll jump into that and we'll do measurements again once the lift kit and the tires and wheels are installed. Another thing I wanted to mention about this project is there's really not a lot of parts out right now for the Gladiator. The parts that are out right now are typically they're kind of universal parts that can cross over between the JT and the JL. That's why, you know, some of those parts that I have over there, they're JL parts, but they fit the JT. So we're going to be doing this build kind of in phases. Phase 1 is going to be using parts that are readily available right now for the Gladiator. So, you know, there's not a lot of, there's not a lot of suspension parts out there right now. There's not a lot of lift kits. There's a 2-inch lift from Mopar, or you can spend like $5 grand from Evo and use their kit. Obviously I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going for, you know, something cheaper right now. I'm going to do the rough country lift. So, but who's not to say in a year from now when Terraflex comes out with a kit that's around $2 grand, I might not, you know, I might upgrade to that. So that's probably what's going to happen. This is going to be phase 1, and then, you know, we're going to enjoy it. We're gonna, you know, take it off road, and then when parts become more readily available, we'll move into phase 2 and start upgrading the parts that we've installed already. So here we are in the Gladiator. Got the Rebel right there, and then what's that in the back? Yep, those are the stock tires. So we got the new rim, new wheels and tires on. We got the lift kit on. Let's jump on out of here and check it out. Oh yeah, 3.5-inch rough country lift kit on some Nitto Ridge Grappler 35 by 12.5 by 20s with some very similar looking Method race wheels. So like I said in my previous video, same wheels. You know, gotta match them up sometimes. Went with a different tire. These are the Pro Comps. These are the Ridge Grapplers. I've never used the Ridge Grapplers before, so figured try these out. They're a little bit cheaper. They look good. So these are on 35s for now. I'm very happy with it. I think it looks great. And like I was saying, rough country 3.5-inch lift. So you can see here the spacer lift. So there's the spacer. You know, you got your stock coil still, and then you got the rough country shocks. Let me turn it off. I don't know if you can hear me right now, but there you have it. There's the stock Baby Dick tires and wheels. Now we got some real wheels and tires for the Gladiator. So very happy with how it turned out. So yep, 3.5-inch rough country lift kit. So spacer lift kit with rough country shocks in the front and the rear. And also comes with the track bar right there. So this kit, it's one of the only lift kits out there right now. Rebel looking good, but for this kit, spacer lift kit, so spacers, the shocks, the track bar, it's only 450 bucks compared to 2,400 that I spent for the BDS on the Rebel. So I cannot complain whatsoever on the price for this lift kit. So in the front, let's take some measurements. From the floor, measured to the bottom of the fender flare. We're at just about 41.5 inches in the front, right there. It's a little bit harder to measure now because they stick out. But let's check it out in the rear. We're at about 41.5. So that's a little bit surprising to me because it's level. There's no rake to it. Smooth, drives just like stock. Don't have any complaints. The tires are actually they're very quiet. I'm very surprised. They're definitely quieter than my Pro Comps are. So no complaints. I'm very happy. This lift kit, it took 3 hours to install. Pretty simple. You know, spacer kits are definitely a little bit easier than having to remove everything and doing a complete suspension lift. So this is definitely a good option. It's definitely a good budget-friendly option if you're trying to save some pennies. All right, so we got to check out the acceleration, see if that was affected any by going with 35. So let's hit it. A little bit. It's definitely a little bit more sluggish with going with the 35s, but you know, this isn't a race car by any means. It's a Jeep. So if you're buying this for speed, you bought the wrong car. Yeah, looks good. Very happy about it. Got the two girls right here, the old Rebel, the Gladiator. Two very different builds, but both equally as sick as each other. So this was step one, wheels, tires, lift kit. Next, we're gonna start jumping into some off-road stuff. We'll probably throw the bumper on next with the winch. So hope you guys liked this little quick video. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate that. Oh yeah, I'm just happy. I think that's cool. Two trucks, same wheels. Till next time, guys. Later.